Alright guys, part 2. So we are working on the fish. So I did his eye. Now I'm going to show you what I used. This, I have no idea where I got these from. I got a whole whack of bits here. Somebody gave them to me a long time ago. It's kind of a funky thing, eh? It's rounded, so that fits on there perfectly, and then you just kind of spin it and it makes a nice eye. Go figure, eh? Today, where is she? Miss, we got a shop kitty with us. That's our kitty back there. Where is she? Right there somewhere. Missy? Nah, she's busy looking at stuff. She keeps the place protected. Always have to have a shop kitty. Can't have a dog because nobody wants to have a dog in this house. Especially when they tell them I'm going to have a pit bull. No, they can't have that in the city. Anyway, this is what we're doing, guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to work on just getting that eye kind of better out. And then doing the fins inside. And then later we're going to do the... Those are the gills. Sorry, I said fins, but gills. And then we're going to do the fins for it after. I want to kind of measure out what this picture is. If you look, it's not the same size. I don't know if you can see that. But it's close. So this one's a little bit bigger. Fatter fish. I didn't make my fish too fat because this is all I had for wood. I could have made it a bit wider. What are you gonna do, right, guys? And then we're gonna put some teeth in his mouth. Ooh, he's gonna be sharp teeth. Sharp tooth? No, he's gonna have little sharp teeth in there somewhere. I don't know how. Figure it out, right? We always do. We did it with the dragon. We put some teeth in. We could do it with the fish. So, get myself straightened out. Got our bits ready. What I need to do is get out a different bit. We're going to be using right now, because I don't have anything smaller from Kutzall. Like, I don't have like tiny bits. I don't even know if they make the tiniest ones, but I do know that I have these kind of guys. So what we need to do is find ourselves some sort of like a flame burr, or even something that just has like this guy, like a flame, right? I don't know if you can see that. It's just a little Canadian Tire Chinese, I don't know what the heck it's from, guys. I just have them. I'm sure you can go online and find them. It's just as simple as that. So we're going to take this guy and put him back. Always put your tools back, guys. I am such a slob. If you see my shop, I got crap everywhere. But I know where everything is. That's the best part of it. Honestly, I know where all my tools are. If you ask me, hey, you know where the hammer is? It's over there somewhere under 3 books or something, It's just like that. Keep your tools clean. Keep your shop clean. What else can you say? So, what we're going to do is I'm going to bring it down. And we're just going to work on the eye. So basically what we want to do is we want to take, say the front of the eye. We need to calm that down because it just looks like it's been pushed in, right? It just looks like it, like with the tool we use, we just kind of grinded it. And then we want the back side of the eye, the going back this way, we want that one to be a little bit pronounced. Then we got to figure out some lines. So let's figure that. Let's just do it. Shut up, Richard. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get into the face. So there's a gill that's right here. It's kind of rounded. We want to deepen it out a bit so it just looks like it's sticking out, but not too extreme. So you can see it's out there, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to do another line around it. See, we got the gills, and then we want to just undercut the gills on the back side. Alright guys, so as you can see, we put the fish's gills in there. I guess it's called a gill. And yeah, so he's got his mouth open. So we'll have this painted up and you'll see better when it happens. So just a little bit of light sanding at the bottom, and we'll go for there. So we'll just get other things organized, and I'll be back. Say hi to the people. Say hi, shop kitty. Oh, she's a good kitty. Yeah, she's our best friends. We lost our cat about 2 years ago. And we didn't want to replace him, but we wanted somebody else to be part of our family. So we got Missy. Missy the shop kitty. She's awesome. She's loud. She's noisy. It's worse than me. Right? Are you worse than me? Yeah. Damn right she is. All right, guys. Ooh, all right, guys. So we're gonna keep on working. Well, now we gotta find another piece of cottonwood. Pardon me. To make the fins with. I may have a couple of pieces of scrap somewhere. I'll have to look. I wasn't prepared for it, but let me go look for it. All right. So we're gonna work on this piece here, which we're gonna take. How did I have this here? We're gonna have it like that. So, see what I mean? We're gonna work on that piece, and that's gonna be the back piece. So, all we're gonna do is take one of our burrs, and we're just gonna dig it out. So I think we're gonna just use this cut saw guy. He's a lot easier to play with. Very simple. Switch it up. Just gonna use the cut saw, and we're gonna go at it. Alright, so we got our piece cut out. That's pretty good. Do you agree? No? Alright, whatever. So what we want to do is we want to attach them to the back end. Alright? So we want it to be at an angle. So we're going to cut that out. But then we also got to thin it out because, you know, fins aren't very thick, right? So we're going to have to figure out a way to go downwards. Now we could use this tool, or we could just take a little saw and cut it down. But what I'm thinking of doing right now is just getting it angled out more. So we're going to take a back end out. All right, let's go. So here's the thing. You still agree? All right. So our fin, we got to make sure it's the proportionate size for the body. So if you see, this one's got a little bit too big, so we're gonna bring it down. But here's a little hint that I like to do, or whatever. Since you got such a nice big thick piece, cut in your lines for your fin right away. Okay, so we're gonna cut the lines in right away, so that we don't have to worry about it after. Because when we cut the guy in half, it's so thin that you might snap it. This way, if we get a good lines in there, we'll be able to know where we're going. So with that, all we need is, you know, again, another sharp or thinner but sharp bit, little cheap bits that we have. So we're looking at something like this. It's very tiny, very, very tiny if it focuses. And that's what we want to do our lines for our fins with. So we're just going to take this apart. So you can see we put, let me see if I can get better light on this. We put the fins in like that, and we have our fins for our tail here. Now what we got to do is just figure out how thick we need to be. We need it to be a little thinner because we want them to go under the body, right? So what we'll do is we will cut this guy not exactly in half, but somewhat. So let me get that set up, or let me just do it, and I'll show you after, because it's not very. Right, guys, so we got the right size. I just cut it out. I went sideways, like, you know, cut it in half. So I'm thinking that, you know, he's got a good distance, so he'll probably be something like that. So I don't know if you can see that well, but that's going to be his fin. Now, what I did was I tapered it off, right? So I made it more skinny. So all we're going to do is we're going to find out where we want to put it. We're going to find out where we want to exactly have it. Then all we're going to do is cut a slot in there under his belly. We're going to insert it. We're going to put some wood glue on it. That's all we can really do. So let's figure that out. So I'll bring you guys down. Thinking that because he's at an angle, like if you look at this guy, I'm thinking he's a good 2-finger width away from the back of his tail. So I'm just going to assume that that's close enough for our guy. It'd be about 2-finger width. I'm going to put it right there. So all I want to do is find out where I want to go a little bit more to the bottom, like so. Take a pencil. All I'm going to do is draw a width of what it is. Now, if everything is correct, it's the size of the thickness of my cut saw bit. So it should be simple enough to say that that should be the length that I want to go to. So we got to make sure that we know how wide we want or long we want to go, and then the width we're not really worried about it. So all we need to do now is cut a straight line down there. How deep we go, now that'll determine how hard you push. Right? So don't push too hard. So what I'm thinking is just giving it slowly a little line, go from there. So let's just do it. We'll do a straight line up and down. We'll see if it fits. Nope, needs a little bit more. Alright guys, so there you go. It fits perfectly. It's loose, but that's okay. You can see the bottom of it. What we'll do is we're going to end up, we're going to wood glue them, we're going to clamp them, and then we're just going to add, as we add glue in there, we're going to add some of the sawdust that we have on the side here. We always have a little bit of sawdust left. We'll put it in there, and then we'll kind of flatten it out. So all we need to do is find our wood glue, which is here. Give it a little bit of a shake. Now the other fins that we're going to do are going to be a little bit more complicated. It's going to take a little bit more time. This was very simple, very easy. Make sure your glue is open. Make sure it's going in the right way. And we're just going to set it in there. We'll take off whatever residue we have. It's fine if it goes on it, because you know what? It is going to dry. Wood glue dries clear. And like I said, all you want to do is add some sawdust. That's not an issue. Just a little bit of sawdust to it. That'll just hide the little imperfections that we have. Plus, we could sand it down later, right? So we're not overly worried about that. We want it just so that our fin fits in there. We hide some of the glue stain. All right, so we have a lot in the back. What I usually do is I take a like a screwdriver bit, flat bit, and just kind of pull it out. Whoop, and that's what happens. It's too much. That's okay. We can put it back. Put it in there. Okay. Find a little bit more sawdust. We have some all over the place. Just gonna sprinkle it on there, just to sort of hide the void, the gap. If you want, you can even just pack it down. So it takes, it takes about roughly 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever. It would be dry, solid enough to play with. But that's why also I say to carve your piece before you insert it, so then you don't really have to worry about that kind of stuff. Just a little bit easier for us all, right? So clean up your glue. Don't eat it. I used to do that when I was a kid. I used to eat it. Just put it back. Wipe it on your table if you have to. No, don't do that. Yeah, so that part is done. So we can knock this guy off. We still have him, a long one, and even a second one. I didn't get to carve in a second one because I didn't have enough wood on that side, so I carved the outside, and we want to put one on the inside. That's going to take a little bit of time, but we can do it. If I can do it, you can do it, right? We know that. So as a part 2 video, that's what we're going to work on. We're going to keep on pushing through that. As I get other little pieces set up, I will show you. Right now, I don't have anything organized because this was unexpected. We ended up canning 37 cans of Saskatoons and strawberry. Shop kitty. Saskatoons and strawberries together. Well, not together, but rhubarb and strawberries together, and we put that on ice cream. So good. And then Saskatoon, same thing, water. It's just like water, sugar, you boil it, you put your berries in it, you can it. It's good. I like it. Well, do you want to say goodbye to everybody for now? Because you're going to go back into the shop, eh? Come here, Miss. Come here. Come here. She wants to go back home. What do you say to everybody? Hey, what do you say to everybody? You say, choose your own path, right? Is that what you say? Yeah, choose your own path, because that's what we do. All right, guys, we'll be back. We might even have to make another video. Oh, I love my kitty. And, because this one's going to get pretty long. So we'll have to edit it and upload it and whatever. So we might have to do a third video. We'll see where we're at. Let's continue, okay? All right, guys. Shop Kitty stole the good chair. She won't get off. That's okay. We'll let her be. So, let's get on with this. So here's the back top fin. Pretty stormy out today. It's rained all morning, and it's pouring out right now, and it's like 8 o'clock, so it's like, wow. So let's work on this. We're going to get it out like we did the other one. Just using the same cuts-all bit. Alright, so we're just going to finish off like this. So our fish is going to have a sort of a look like that. We'll thin it down a bit. We still have to thin it down this way. Maybe shorten it a little bit because it's a little bit big for our fish. We want him to have, he has to have like more of a back end. Plus we still have to put another fin here. So it might have to be cut down just like maybe the two ends, just cut them down a little bit and go from there. So we'll keep on going, guys. All right, guys. Well, it's 5:30. Look at that. I was up at 4. I just got in the shop. So today we're gonna keep on working on our fish project. So what we did was we did the fins for the top. So you see, we drew some lines. We're gonna use something different. We got this Roto Zip that we purchased at our local hardware store. And what we want to do is get these little lines in there to thin it out. So we are just going to try it. This is the first time we try this one. So bring it down. See if you can see these things. We'll give it a try. Alright, so there we go. That's what we're trying to look for. So we're just going to clean it up a bit, and then we're going to do the back end where we're going to have to cut it down because it's a little bit thick. We'll go from there, and we want to thin this out to a point. Alright, let's keep on going. Alright guys, so this is what we're at. We'll just do a little bit of sanding, and then we'll get it done. Alright guys, we got a very special guest here this morning. Shop Kitty! Missy. Hey Missy. She likes to come in the shop with me early in the morning, any time of the day. She just likes to be outside and roams around, chases after the crickets. But she's here, and she's on my chair again. Steals my chair. Alright, let's keep on going here. So here we are with our fins. It goes something like that, you know, kind of thing. I don't know if you can see that well, but something like that. Alright guys, so that's one of the fins that will be installed. We still want to thin down our other fin. This one's pretty good. So we still got 1, 2, 3. 3 more fins to go. That's a little bit long of the tooth, eh? Oh well, keep on going. Alright guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to install our fin into our fish. So we just drew a line. It's not very dark, but it's there, to the same length as this. And all we're going to do is we're going to use our Roto Zip, and we're going to cut that line just deep enough to install our fin. So, very simple. Good job, Chuck Cat. Alright, so we're good to go. So what we'll do is we'll just, again, same thing, is we're just going to add some glue. And some shop dust. Some magic shop dust. Okay. Alright guys, so we're going to add our second fin that we made. So we just cut it down, give it a little bit of an angle. We drill the hole. And we're going to install them like that. So this is the one that we just installed. So all we're going to do is get some glue out. That is our other fin that we put on our fish. Very simple. You can carve them in while doing the fish. It's just that I didn't put enough wood on it. I didn't want to, you know, I wanted to get back there, like back behind here. So the easiest way is to make your fish, in my opinion, is to make the fish, then add the fins later. This way you can get behind there and do whatever you need to get done. We still gotta undercut a little bit of the tail. So what we want to do is install our fins, press them down. Let's see, we got a little bit of issue back here. Alright guys, so we're gonna install the other fin that goes here. So you'll see when it's standing over there. So all we did was we carved out just a very simple piece, nothing crazy. Do the same thing. We're just gonna add a glob of glue in there. Just to make sure. Stop, kitty. Alright guys, so look at that. We got our fins in. What do you think? It looks like a fish? I think it looks like a fish. It looks like a damn good fish. Except for his head. Maybe his head looks like a catfish. We could work on that too. But yeah, so this is where we're at. Approved by Shop Kitty. She's very vocal. So it is now 8 o'clock in the morning. We've been here for 4 hours. 3 hours? I don't even know. And we got some stuff accomplished. Well, I got stuff accomplished. You're gonna just accomplish by watching me. I love it. Alright guys, so let's let it dry. We're gonna come back in a couple hours and we're gonna play around with some more. Maybe we'll get it sanded down because we got to get all that stuff out of there. Sanded here, there. It's thin enough. We're gonna work on the back under the tail so we can just get it out a little bit more. We're gonna work on inside the mouth so it looks like, you know, it just doesn't look good. Then we're gonna work on the stick, and then we're gonna bring out that piece, that little dragonfly, and maybe we'll paint it or something. I don't know. We'll figure something out. We'll do something. So this fish is brought to you by Shop Kitty. All right, guys, we'll be back.